Greetings, my V family all over the world. This is your chief. Welcome to week number 9. Alright, I'm here dressed up like James freaking Bond. Alright, as your most gorgeous upline, the one and only Chief Pathman Senathirajah, proudly representing the great ones, Japadas Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. And welcome to my Wednesday message. So I hope you watched my Insta live where I spoke about the need to focus. Alright guys, this has been a crazy week. I've been in the office every day, tons of meetings, preparing for the greatest event, alright, in Istanbul, Vicon, Turkey. Vicon, Turkey is happening in April. Get your tickets now. Seats are selling out very fast. Alright, it's going to be an unbelievable Vicon. After the success of Africa, we want to create another successful story at V Turkey before we come to Malaysia in June. Alright? Wherever you are right now, okay, stay glued to our social media, to all the mother-in-laws. Stay glued to my social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pathman Senathirajah. You all are not subscribing enough. So I'm not going to get that trophy or whatever they call it, the button play button, so I can proudly achieve something in life. Alright, so please subscribe, tell everyone to subscribe, and then we will have a nice presentation of the 100k subscribers, you know, Mike. 100k subscribers, we can have it. Now, this Wednesday message, I want you to listen very carefully. And I always talk to you guys on the Wednesday message, and I know who you are, okay? So you're either divided to a few categories. You're either brand new, and your upline said, watch this Wednesday message by Chief Pathman Senathirajah, our upline. Or you've been in the business for a few months, a year, and you already have the routine of watching my Wednesday message. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate your loyalty and consistency. Or you guys are the veterans who Wednesday message is just part of your life. And I appreciate you very much also. But today's message is very important. And even to the new guys, if you think this message is something is not logical because you're just starting your journey, it is important that you learn it now. So you can start preparing yourself for this journey. Now, what is network marketing? It's a form of entrepreneurship. I promise you, you do it consistently, you don't quit, you will make it. You can make a little bit of money, you can make a lot of money. It's a proven industry for over 100 years. We are the best. QNet is the best of the best of the best, and I promise you this. Factually, I can prove it. I've done videos about it. You can find those videos. But ultimately, the answer comes back to you. And a lot of people fail to understand this. All right? Because network marketing is about people being inspired or looking at someone as their benchmark. All right? It's all about duplication. It's all about monkey see, monkey do. All right? And people don't understand how powerful the concept is. So I always tell people in network marketing, fundamentally, you are the deciding factor. Don't think of all the other deciding factors. You are the deciding factor of how your network grows. Because ultimately, besides all the training, all the videos and everything you do, your downlines ultimately, subconsciously, unknowingly become you. They behave like you. They work like you. Because in that time of proximity that you spend with them, who you are rubs off on them and they become you technically. So if you think your downlines are not performing well enough, who are not switched on, who are not doing what they are supposed to do, the problem could be many things. But if you really analyze it, the problem may end up being you. All right? Because they're watching you, they're following in your footsteps. And if you are the kind of person who is not consistent, not loud, crazy, switched on, passionate, unbelievable, it doesn't become contagious. Do you understand? So you become the source of energy. You become the benchmark for your network. So if you are serious about this journey to financial freedom, if you are serious about retiring one day and sitting on a beach or flying around the world with us and being the great warriors of Japa and Datu Sri, the answer is you. You have to introspect and ask yourself, all right, this multi-billion-dollar question. Would you want, ask this question. I've asked it many times. I want to ask it this week again to you. And be honest, be honest, be honest. This is a moment requiring extreme honesty. Are you with me? Ask yourself, would you want an upline like you? Just ask that question. All right? This is the $1 million question. That's what I ask myself every day. Would Pathman be happy with Pathman as his upline? All right? I know it sounds weird, but I ask myself this question. All right? Would Pathman be happy if he had Pathman as his coach? And every day I ask this question, even though I have a much better coach, even though I have the best coach, Dato Sri Vijay, I ask this question. And I think, honestly, I haven't asked him. I'll ask him tomorrow when I see him. I think Dato Sri Vijay asked himself the same question. Right? Will I be happy if my mentor is Dato Sri Vijay? I think that's what Dato Sri Vijay asked himself. And that's how I stay switched on. That's how I consistently try my best to raise the bar higher, to become a better benchmark for myself. Forget the people below me. They will have multiple opinions about you all the time. There is no perfect upline. There will always be critiques. But you have to have that moment of honesty. Would you want an upline like you? And if the answer is no, change, grow, review your goals, wake up, smell the coffee, all right? And if the answer is yes, okay, get another opinion, whether that's right. And be consistent and make sure the answer is yes every day when you ask this question. Because that's ultimately what network marketing is about. So when I see the max out king, the max out queen, they have understood the power of becoming the benchmark others will follow. And they have that discipline, the tenacity, the grit, like Dato Sri Vijay says, to maintain that level of benchmark. They don't drop. They stay there. And they do whatever it takes to rise a little bit and rise a little bit and rise a little bit throughout every month, throughout every year. And that's how they stay relevant and stay powerful and remain our greatest max out kings and queens. So you are the benchmark. And I've shown this demonstration millions of times. The challenge you face, even if you're brand new, if you don't find 2 in 48 hours, and you find 2 in 3 months, that becomes the benchmark for your organization. That's why I tell people Act 48 is so important. Find your first 2 sign-ups in 48 hours, do or die. Because what does it mean? When you do it, a click happens. I did it. I am the benchmark now. I am Act 48. Then everyone I sign up, I only tell the story. I find 2 in 48 hours. I found 2 in 48 hours. I found 2 in 48 hours. When I started, I found 2 in 48 hours. I found 2 directs in 48 hours. I found 2 directs in 48 hours. That becomes duplication. Like me. When I signed up, all right, I signed up 22 people in 48 hours. 22, my brothers and sisters. In 48 hours, I signed up 22 direct referrals. My first 48 hours, I signed up 22 direct referrals. I think that was the key to my success because my benchmark was that. And the next person I trained, I said, hey, at least if I did 22 in 48 hours, you can do 10. You can do 5. You can do 8. What if I only sign up 1 person in my first 48 hours? Then I become a very low benchmark. Then everything else slows down. There is no room for growth. But if you start with the high benchmark, There's so much room for growth, and everyone you bring in has the chance of rising very fast. So raise your benchmark, raise your standards. Doing Rule 3 is not a choice, it's a necessity to maintain your benchmark. All right? Achieving your goals is not a choice, it is a necessity to maintain your benchmark. Living a life of discipline, commitment, and consistency is not a choice, it's the way you maintain your benchmark. Are you with me? And this is where there is a fundamental weakness in networkers. Now, if you are not performing, if you are not switched on, if you are not reaching your goals and achieving results, there's only two possible reasons. Number one, you don't have a dream. You're absolute lazy, good-for-nothing moron who likes holding hands and singing Kumbaya. That's a possibility. Number two, your benchmark above you is too low. You understand? That means your upline as a benchmark is not an effective benchmark to you. It's too low. So you are dancing here very happy. All right? Because if your upline doesn't rise, this becomes a comfort zone, right? So if you have an upline who's not hungry, who's not crazy, who's not switched on, who doesn't raise the bar higher every single week, every single month, every single year, you will not rise. That's the second possibility. So you decide what's the problem. Are you the problem, or your benchmark is not high enough? Then you come back and ask yourself, are you a high enough benchmark? All right? Because my upline is Dato Sri Vijay. He was the highest benchmark. He is the highest benchmark today. And every day I just aspire to be 10%, inshallah 25% of him. All right? And that keeps me going. And then I ask the pertinent question, would Pathman want to be Pathman's downline? And for the last 26 years, I can say with a clear conscience, the answer has been yes, 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 yes. Are you guys with me? And that pushes me. Because you cannot push others if you're incapable of raising your benchmark. You cannot tell people to do what you do not do. You cannot tell people to live a life of commitment if you do not demonstrate that you are living a life of commitment. You cannot tell people to do Rule 3 if you don't do Rule 3. You understand that? You cannot tell people it's possible if you haven't done it. So don't ever underestimate the power of you. You are the answer. Right? How you live, how you build your business, how consistent you are, how disciplined you are, how much you listen to us, your uplines. And if your upline benchmark is too low, go higher, higher, higher. You will find the highest benchmark. You can't find anyone, come and look for me. If I'm too low of a benchmark for you, which may be very surprising, then please, I'll give you Japa and Dato Sri Vijay's number. Are you guys with me or not? So remember the rule of network marketing. You are here. Everyone you sign up comes here. And as long as you don't move, they will stay here and die here. Are you guys with me or not? They will suffocate, they will not see results, and eventually they will quit. But if you keep rising in every sense of the word, your discipline, your personal growth, your emotional growth, your mental growth, your ego must be quelled, your language, the way you speak, how you do your trainings, how you walk, how you talk, how you live, must keep rising and rising and rising. Your results must rise. Your activity must rise. They will rise. Because if you are here and you bring people in, there's not enough oxygen to breathe, they all die. You rise, there's space, and everyone rises with you. Are you guys with me now? So the answer is ultimately you. Be the best benchmark you can be. Raise your bar higher. Remember, ask yourself one question and be extremely honest with yourself. Whoever you are right now, ask yourself, would you want yourself as your upline? Are you with me?